The products that got banned after launching. Some products are so dangerous, so reckless, or just so mind-blowingly dumb that they got yanked off the shelves almost as soon as they appeared. You might think only shady underground products get banned, but nope. These were products launched by major companies, with millions in marketing, only to end up banned and blacklisted. Today, we're diving into the craziest, most controversial products that got banned right after they launched. Some of these were banned for safety reasons, some for ethical reasons, and some were just so poorly thought out that regulators had no choice but to step in. Let's get into it. And be warned, some of these might make you question how these ever made it past the idea stage. Number 1. Lawn darts, also known as jarts. Imagine giving kids heavy metal darts with razor-sharp tips and saying, "Go play in the yard." That was lawn darts. In the 70s and 80s, lawn darts were a popular backyard game. You'd toss these metal darts into the air, aiming for a plastic target ring on the ground. Sounds innocent, right? Yeah, until you realize how much damage those darts could do if they missed the target and hit, well, a kid. Between 1978 and 1988, the United States Consumer Product Safety Commission, CPSC, recorded 6,100 emergency room visits linked to lawn darts. Tragically, there were at least 3 deaths, mostly children. Parents campaigned for a ban, and in 1988, the CPSC officially banned lawn darts in the United States. This is a textbook case of ignoring the obvious. Sharp metal projectiles and kids don't mix. The lesson? Just because a game looks fun on paper doesn't mean it's safe in practice. Number 2. The Segway PT. Okay, the Segway itself wasn't banned outright everywhere, but in many cities, it was treated like a plague on wheels. When it launched in 2001, the Segway PT personal transporter was hyped as the future of urban mobility. Investors threw money at it. Tech influencers drooled over it. Even Steve Jobs allegedly said it would be bigger than the PC. But governments and cities didn't agree. Major cities like San Francisco and London banned Segways from sidewalks. They were seen as safety hazards for pedestrians. Part of the problem was the speed. Segways could go 12.5 miles per hour, which might not sound fast, but on a crowded sidewalk, that's like a missile. And the real kicker? Segways had a bad habit of tipping over, sending riders flying. The Segway didn't quite get globally banned, but city after city created restrictions so tight that the company eventually shut down production in 2020. Segway tried to reinvent transportation, but they forgot to ask the city planners first. Number 3. Samsung Galaxy Note 7. You knew this one was coming. Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 was supposed to be the next big thing in smartphones. Instead, it turned into the next big thing in spontaneous combustion. Shortly after the phone's release in 2016, reports started pouring in of Note 7s catching fire and exploding. Samsung issued a global recall, replaced the batteries, and they still exploded. Airlines banned them from flights. The United States Federal Aviation Administration made public announcements about them. Eventually, Samsung had no choice but to kill the Note 7 entirely. The total cost? Over $5.3 billion in losses, not counting the PR nightmare. This wasn't just a product ban. It was a product that got banned everywhere for being a literal safety hazard. Number 4. Kinder Surprise Eggs. Yes, the iconic Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs that delight kids worldwide are banned in the United States. Why? Because they have a toy hidden inside the chocolate shell, and according to the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, any food that contains a non-nutritive object inside it is illegal. This ban dates back to the 1938 Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. The risk? Choking hazards for kids who might accidentally swallow the toy inside. Even though the packaging has warnings, the United States still enforces the ban. Interestingly, Kinder tried to work around this by releasing Kinder Joy, where the toy and chocolate are in separate compartments, which is allowed. But the classic Kinder Surprise egg? Still banned in the US. Sometimes it's not the product itself that's unsafe, it's how the law interprets the risk. Number 5. Clackers. In the late 60s and early 70s, clackers were the hottest toy on the block. 2 acrylic balls attached to a string. You'd swing them up and down, trying to get them to clack against each other. But those acrylic balls? Yeah, They weren't exactly built to last. When kids clacked too hard, the balls would shatter, sending shards of plastic flying into eyes, faces, and everywhere else. The CPSC issued warnings in 1971, and by the mid-70s, clackers were effectively banned in most countries due to the safety hazard. This was a classic case of cheap materials meeting bad design. It was only a matter of time before someone got hurt. Number 6. Sky dancers. If you were a kid in the 90s, you probably remember sky dancers. These were dolls with wings that you pulled a string on, sending them flying into the air. And by flying, I mean spinning wildly in unpredictable directions. The problem? They didn't just fly up. They flew sideways, into faces, eyes, and fragile objects. Over 150 reports of injuries, including eye damage, broken teeth, and facial lacerations. In 2000, Galoob toys recalled 8.9 million sky dancers. It's a prime example of a toy that looked magical but was a lawsuit waiting to happen. Number 7. The snack that killed people, Olestra chips. In the 90s, Procter & Gamble introduced chips made with Olestra, a fat substitute that let you eat chips without the fat calories. Sounds too good to be true? It was. Olestra caused severe digestive issues in some people, including cramping and diarrhea. Some even called it anal leakage. The FDA approved it, but public backlash was brutal. Countries like Canada and the European Union never even approved Olestra. And while it wasn't officially banned in the US, most companies pulled Olestra-based products from shelves by the early 2000s due to lawsuits and PR disasters. This is a classic story of how companies push science too fast, ignoring the human side effects. All these products have something in common. They prioritized profit or novelty over safety, responsibility, and basic human logic. And from a moral perspective, it's a reminder of what happens when greed or negligence takes the wheel. These products didn't just harm. They put lives at risk for entertainment, speed, or convenience. The world banned them for a reason. And it's a reminder that in life and in business, shortcuts or careless decisions can get you banned too. So next time you see a shiny new product, ask yourself, is this really safe? Is it responsible? Or is it just another disaster waiting to happen? Because history shows us, some products should never make it past the drawing board. Which banned product shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments and let's see if we missed any.